Uh, yeah. Yeah. Uh.
Hey,
We're off.
we are off. Welcome to Friday night at Take Action.
They already started turn one. We didn't get to see Mulligans.
No, it's okay.
We got Yawgmoth versus Living
We're
In.
getting everything set up. We got Yawgmoth living in, Zach Barker on Yawg as always, Nate Patterson on living end. This is not an acceptable card to have up here, so let's say Yawgmoth.
Do we know if Zach's playing any of the new Lord of the Ring cards in his deck?
I am not sure.
I know a lot of the lists that are playing Bowmasters, Delighted
Right.
Halflings.
Yeah, he may not have updated. He hasn't been in here looking for
Samwise
cards,
combo?
so. Alright, pretty classic start for Yawgmoth. We've got the Strangler Root and the Noble. Ignoble, I guess you should say. I should say. Whoever should say. Somebody should say. And,
We got Nate on the new Living In.
New Living End. Is he playing an obscenely small number of lands?
He is playing 14 lands.
Jesus Christ.
It's just the standard Living In.
I
thing,
know,
man.
I get it. It's still scary. It's just scary to me.
You still see 6 to 7 lands a game.
Yeah. That's all you need. I guess it just works. But so they were playing, what, 20 lands before? They just replaced the lands, right?
I don't know what the list before was.
But basically they
Yeah.
just
I'm
replaced the
assuming.
lands. Yeah. Alright, let's get this up here too. Happy to have some players in here though, even though it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, it is a
Why
holiday.
is it not just
It's like a thing.
It is a thing. It is a holiday thing. I mean, I don't really give a shit about said holiday, but that's just me. You know, that's just me. Alright, so nothing a whole lot from Nate, just classic stuff here. Doing some cycling. Who do you like game one here, Isaiah?
Definitely Living In.
I'd have to think so. I didn't know if it was a good match to put on, but we had not
I
that
think
many
it's
to
still
put
an
on.
interesting match because Yawgmoth has all those sack synergies and undying creatures. I think game one's always Living In, and then if he's playing voids, he just wins still probably anyway.
Right. There we go. Alright. Eldritch for a Yawgmoth, I'm gonna have to assume here. Yup. Only one undying creature, so we can't just go crazy yet. Nate says, I'm gonna cycle. Yeah. Good beer. Alright. I really do wish we could get an actual shake up to the format, but it's probably not gonna happen. Not forever. I hope they just don't ever do another Modern Horizons. They just need to not do that ever again, because that would be fucking terrible. Alright. Do we have a living yet?
Living with only 2 architects is probably not good enough though.
No, it's not. No, and Zach will have things come back because he can just sack the things. So, I mean, his things aren't going to be as good as Nate's things, obviously, but he will get things back.
Oh, Waker Waves, come on.
Yeah, that was one of the best additions. It was such a cool card. I'm glad that it found. I mean, it's a pretty obvious place for it to find a home in, but still, sweet fucking card. Okay, not a whole lot going on yet. See who's actor. Another Yawg, bird. No lands though. Probably would like to operate on at least 3 lands, I would have to assume. Get in for 3. No, 4, yeah. Here's a birdie. And it's all the action he's got. What's that other card he's got in hand? Damn you, autofocusing camera. Fix this shit right now. Camera control. Alright. And of course, Nate's just digging around. What are you doing over there?
Nothing. I'm behind on answering people.
Alright. We've got Cascader, no instant speed Cascader. What the hell is this thing? Oh, he's doing the Oliphant. Cycling for the Oliphant. Alrighty. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Fucking up the cameras here. He's a 3, so he needs to do some shit.
Is he not living in ever?
Not yet.
He doesn't have a Cascader in his
He's
hand?
got the Cascader in hand now. From fucking with the camera, and since you weren't actually paying attention, I lost track of if this is nature, Zach's turn.
This is probably
if it's
set.
yeah, I'd have to assume, or else he's just dead. So
Do you know what Zach's hand?
just Yawg.
He just has another Yawgmoth in hand.
Yawg and I think it was a bird.
Because if he gets Court or Eldritch Evolution, he just wins. Because he just gets the Blood Artist and
I
pink.
mean, if he gets to untap and attack, he just wins. Nate's at fucking 3.
That's if he does that.
Okay. Yep, it was Zach's turn. So let's see the.
Well, that street race is a little
Magic.
scary.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get to see what he finds here.
A living in.
Obviously. Alright. He's got a pretty good graveyard here. Zach says, wait a minute, I'm gonna do
Oh, he does
stuff.
have the Court in his hand.
Does he?
Oh, if only he had one more mana. He'd Court for the Blood Artist right now and he'd just win.
Oh, right.
I mean, he's still.
He could. Right one. Nope. No, he's one short.
No, he still can.
Can he?
Well, no, he has to sack his board off right now in response to Living In, so that way they come back with Living In and Court for Blood Artist, and now Nate can't attack.
Yeah. Nope, he's gonna pull the trigger too quick.
He's courting for 1.
He's gonna get a Yawgmoth, yeah. Yeah, he did not see that line. That was the line, though.
The Yawgmoth doesn't do much here. It doesn't. It says he's at a point where he just.
No, I mean, he needs to... I like your plan. Courting for the Blood Artist after the fact would be better. Because then he could just murder Nate. So, I think he's... gonna draw a bunch of cards. I don't know that he needs to, per se. He just needs to sack his board off, and then we'll be good. No, not screenshot. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so he's drawn some cards. He is not sacking his board off. Don't know why he wouldn't. Is he... Guess he's just not aware that he could do that? Oh man, we'll have to tell him after the match how much better that could have gone for him. You could have had everything but Yawgmoth back in play, Zach. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna get the Architect's trigger here. Ooh, I can actually maybe see it. Wow. Nope. Come on. There we go. Okay, land. Oh, God.
Nice.
Yeah, just put the not fetch on top.
He got what? Forest, Shardless, and a Living End.
Yeah, he's in. Yep. No, it was a green cycler, I think.
Oh, it wasn't Shardless?
No, it was a green cycler. Alright, and Zach draws land. And now is staring down this giant board. Man, Zach, you could have just won. Well, what if he... Yeah, he would have...
He would have. Well,
Well,
he
he
doesn't
would've
win on
been
the
able
bot,
to-
but it makes it so
No,
Nate
no.
can't attack him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I still think he may have been one short because he wouldn't get... He wouldn't be able to get the Yawgmoth back because Yawgmoth can't sack himself. So he still would have had the same number of creatures in play with 1 mana. So I don't know if that actually would have made a difference.
Well, it goes off. His creature's dying and Nate's creature's dying. So if you make
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't think he would have had enough to cord for it after the living end
Yeah,
result.
he would have had 2 lands and 3 creatures. So he would have had exactly enough.
Well, one of the lands was tapped, though, already.
Oh, I meant like on his turn.
Yeah.
Because he was already. Yeah, he already had 1 land tapped.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah. I wasn't thinking about just doing it on his turn for sure. Well, he got it down anyway. I think he drew into it, so. Got there regardless. Maybe. Well, I mean, no, because Nate has flyers. So. He does have a Yawg in hand, but. Oh, Nate, I wouldn't even. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. The Oliphant gives trample, right? Let's pull
Yeah,
that
it
card.
gives something +2 on trample, and it itself is a 5/4 trample or
When it
6/4
attacks.
trample.
How is it? Oli?
I don't know.
Ah,
There you go.
Look at that. Yep, whenever it attacks, another creature gets 2 on trample. Yeah, that seems good.
Oh, Zulaport.
Yeah,
Can
he
I-
had it. He had it in hand.
Oh, he has Valorous in hand.
No, he had the Zulaport in hand. He
Oh.
drew it from the Yawgmoth sacks that he did in response to living end. That
He's
happens.
dead before the die triggers happen. I'm pretty sure. He's taking.
Yeah, because they go on the triggers still go on the stack, right?
I mean, he's taking 10 no matter what from the unblocked creature, so
Yeah.
he's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Or 13. Sorry, the Architect's on the back too.
Yeah, I think he's banking on the die triggers saving his life, but you might need to go explain things to him.
Tableside Judge.
Yeah, go tableside it. Tableside judging. For the death triggers to happen, all the combat damage has to happen, and that combat damage murders you. So it can't happen. Almost. Alright, so now we're going to see some sideboards. Hopefully see some spice there.
Tommy was already there, but I just
Okay.
confirmed it.
Cool. Let's see what these guys do. Some ley lines from Zach. Seems easy enough. Collect your oof endurances. Yeah, you're going to want those for sure. Let's see. Nate's looking at. Not much. Subtleties, maybe? I don't know.
Living in brings back Gris. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Make sure everybody knows we got the invitational coming up very soon, at the end of next month. It is time to get those points in. And every F&M for anybody playing something interesting there's an additional point to be given out for anybody who wins. Does 2 and 1 at least with something interesting. There will be an invitational point for that. Something of your own, or at least something we haven't seen in a while.
So, was there... Oh, Nate's not running ley lines, he's running endurance.
Yeah, he's got endurance.
I would run the ley line version. Because then you can actually board those in.
Yeah, but didn't you just die to the other version?
The endurance version?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I drew 3 living ends and 3 ley line voids.
Yeah. I mean, it still happened.
Yeah, it just happens.
I know.
I like this one that plays mainboard subtlety the most. There's one list that plays 1 mainboard subtlety. It's awesome.
Just one, huh?
Card's annoying.
Yeah, I've wanted to play with that card. One of these days, I'll rebuild my Master of Waves deck.
It's got 2 blue pips.
One of these days. There's a bunch of stuff I want to play in that deck that's come out recently. But I can't decide.
Win with Thassa's Oracle the right way.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It actually felt really good in there. I was going to do a counterbalance deck too.
Just wait till they unban.
Which that deck was a little bit already. Alright, you got land. Do you have land, Zach? You got 1 land. Ooh, is that a land? Can't tell with that 3rd from the... Yeah, okay, I think it was a trio maybe. It's gonna put his back. Oh, it's a
Oh,
fetch.
Zach has an endurance.
Zach's got endurance, got the lands he needs. Zach's got a pretty solid hand here. No turn 1 ignoble, but he's got the pieces he needs. He's got an endurance. He's got a perfectly fine hand. I'm gonna update the wins here. Try to keep on top of this shit. Alright, game wins. Nate has got 1. Alright. They're off to the races here. Zach's gonna be on the play. Got no turn 1. That's okay. As long as he's got that endurance back up. Alright.
Zach kept his hand.
Yeah, it's 2 lands, Yawg, Zulaport, Wall of Roots,
Ooh, Nate's gonna grieve.
endurance.
Wait, doesn't have a black card to pitch.
That would be
Yeah,
good.
grief, shardless, generous, and brazen bar. This is his first mill, right?
I think it might be a second.
If it's your second, you keep it and you bottom.
Yep, it was the second.
You, in hindsight, you want to bottom the grief, but I would have bottom grief because I don't have a black card to pitch to it.
Alright. Pass and turn, and he draws the living end, which would have been perfect if you would have kept the creep. Oh no.
That's the worst thing about this living end deck is you just draw your living end.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Decent rhinos, I'm like, oh, suspend it.
Yeah, well, that's why, like, when you said earlier when you're playing on Moto that you cut the griefs, like, I just don't see why you would do that, especially when you're bringing in ley
That was
lines.
just boarding for the match. Like,
Oh, I know, but what is
Is
that,
it-
like the accepted status quo boarding? Is that
I
what
don't
you're
actually
saying?
know. I don't know anything about the thing.
Okay.
I just did what I thought was right.
Well, I think that you were wrong. I think you should have kept the griefs in.
Yeah, I
Because you
have
could
no
still
idea.
you could still pull their cascaders and shit, you know? I don't know. To be fair, I have 0 experience with the deck, so my opinions on it are worth whatever they are, which is pretty much nothing. Alright, so we're going to see a Wall of Roots. I'd probably go with the Wall of Roots here instead of the Strangle Root, just to get your Yawg stuff going on faster. I don't know, I guess you need Strangle Root's probably more important. You're going to need something to pitch to that endurance. So, I guess you can leave the Wall of Roots. You really need the mana, though. Got no other mana source in hand. And he's going the Strangle Root, getting in for a combat. That's a good card, man. That's a really good uncommon. And it's staying the test of time. Alright, we're going to see a land cycle from Nate, of course. Why not? And get a breeding pool. He's got the Steam Vents in hand, so. Yep. There's breeding pool.
I feel like there's gotta be a way to sneak like a swamp in there, like a watery grave. So
I
you can
think
hard
it's-
cast your Architect Soul.
Well,
Not a watery grave, probably like an overgrown tomb, but
yeah. I mean, some lists, you know, Dustin's a fan of the filter land, so you could cast.
Sunken Ruins.
Yeah, so you can cast Grief too, which that makes a lot of sense to me.
And you can actually suspend living in if you have to.
Yeah, exactly. I think that makes sense, but apparently no one else
I feel like
does.
that's
So.
the hardest thing to do in Magic. Win the game with a suspended living.
Yeah.
Turn 4, suspend 3.
Alright. What? Does he not have a cycler? Oh no, he doesn't even have a cycler.
He's got land,
Ugh.
land, living in Brazen Bar, Shardless.
Well, he's got 2 cyclers in there, so that's good.
Well, you Shardless now, right? Make him pitch a card to Endurance. Does Zach have a green card?
Not anymore, probably not. I don't think so.
No, you got rid of your green card.
He might have. I don't know. We'll see. It was Wall of Roots, and he played out the Yawgmoth, so. No, he's got 2
another
endurances. Okay,
There
he's
we go.
good. Are you gonna do it? Probably ought to. I mean, he's gonna be ahead on board because he's gonna keep both of his Undying dudes. So, yeah, that's pretty damning for Nate. But at least he's got some more cyclers and another cycler in hand at the very least. So, all right. Is it shuffle or just put him on bottom? Endurance.
You shuffle and put on the bottom.
So you shuffle the stack and then
Yeah,
put it
you
on the
shuffle
bottom.
your grave and put it on the
Yeah,
bottom. You don't shuffle your library.
All right. Well, Zach is gonna lose his mana. He's gonna keep his Undying dudes.
Nate will have a Shardless Agent.
Yeah, that is you know, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, he does have Leyland of the Void in there.
Yep. All right. So, Wanna Roots down. Is he just choosing not to cast it? I guess. I don't know. I mean, you went through all the trouble. I'd take a card off of his board at least. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he didn't cast that. I mean, yeah, these guys are coming back, but you can trade with a guy. I don't know.
I mean, it keeps the living ends in his deck.
That's true.
Keeps it away from in case Zach's playing a surgical, maybe.
Again, no experience with the deck, so I don't know if it's actually the right decision. But
I would have cast
you wouldn't be able to do that.
it. I would have cast it.
You wouldn't be able to do that if you cast it.
He's doing it for 3 to get a Gris.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that Wall of Roots wasn't there, then that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Nate. This is definitely feels like it's going Zach's way here.
Well, that don't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense now. Not a fan of that either. All right. See if we got any chatters. We probably don't. Oh shit, we got chatters. No one rings, not yet, Joel. Welcoming Tom and Joel to the chat. A little late because we, don't have 2 monitors currently, which hopefully I'll be fixing soon. Yeah, I'm surprised or not. Well, I mean, there's only been a couple small FNMs since the release of Lords, so we just haven't seen anybody play it yet. No, we saw it last week with John. John played the One Ring and Tron.
He only had 2 though.
Only had 2.
Yeah,
What a chump.
Need 4.
This release made me very sad. Why is that?
Because Delighted Halfling got spoiled and Control sucks. The best control deck right now is Tron, because they play One Ring.
Alright, Violent Outburst.
And they don't care about getting their stuff scattered, because they're Tron.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, let me get right.
There we go. And he's only going to keep a Yawgmoth, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, Swamp Walk means something now.
Yeah, boy.
Look at that Shardless Agent he killed. It's Murktide. I don't know, I didn't see Murktide at all in Chicago. You know, I did see Tron.
10 rounds of it to not see Murktide is crazy.
Well, I mean, they may have been there, but they're at like table 150 or something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying through 10 rounds to have not seen it once is surprising.
Lots of rhinos, lots of living in. Lots
Everybody's
of
on the
elementals.
Rhino train.
Yeah, elementals with Delighted Halfling and One Ring and Aragorn.
That's so much. Ugh. Alright.
My deck's a hybrid of it.
Millen,
My
which
deck
is
is
what he should have
scam
done
right now.
first. And here's a Cutthroat.
Yeah, Zulapur.
Don't.
Street
Yeah,
Race
it
about
means-
to snipe a Grist.
Yeah, it is. It ought to, at least. City Joe. Oh, wrong hand. Sorry, guys. Whoop. Brazen Borrower
Shardless
also.
Oliphant, living in Brazen Borrower.
I like the Borrower to bounce something when he needs to. Nothing now, though. Alright. So he's going to go ahead and do the cycle, and I think. Nope. Don't bounce it back to his hand.
This game is a hybrid of Murktide.
Okay, bounce the Cutthroat.
I don't understand.
And. Oh shit. Look at that sweet token. There's only one of in the world. Alright, I hope he's getting into Grist. You got no reason not to, right? He's going ham.
Assuming Street Wraith was that.
No, he just sent it all at Zach. I mean, it's not gonna matter that much. I would have just
Gonna
finished
kill the
off the
Street
Grist myself. Oh, is it -2? Yeah, it is -2. Yeah.
He's gonna kill the Street Wraith and then Zach or Nate Ever Living Ends brings back Grist.
Oh yeah, that is funny. It's gross. That's silly. Yeah.
Grist has a weird part of text on it. It says you can't spell pierce it.
And you can bring it back living end and court it. That's goofy.
You can unearth it.
Yeah, I know, Tom. I know. We'll have to have a conversation about that.
Alright. They forgot to mention this was the Academy Leagues. He's got that really weird looking Street Wraith. Like the one that actually looks like something with Swamp Walk.
Yeah, right. Alright, untap. Yeah, okay. I would go ahead and kill the Grist now. Like, why not? I don't know. What do I know? I know nothing. I have to. Alright. Try to take a peek at Nate's hand here. Whoop. God, I'm sucking with these today. Come on. Show us what you got. No, he's not. Alright, swinging in. Nothing at Grist yet. Joel asks if NRG was full of Yawgmoths. I think so.
There's a good amount. Mostly rhinos. Rhinos living in.
Right.
I can actually look at the meta thing on my phone. But I'm not doing that.
You've been doing nothing but looking at your phone.
Yeah.
You're terrible for coverage.
I have to log in the melee and click on the tournament and find me.
Man, Nate, you could have prevented that from happening. Okay, Zach's getting swingy. I think you're yeah, that's cool. You're dead next turn? Probably. Yeah, thank you, Nate. Jesus. Just gonna say. Come on, man. You got these cards for a reason. Oh, right on. That's cool.
What, Chris Smith? Was it that guy? I think he was the guy that was playing the Yawgmoth combo deck with Samwise in it.
Samwise Gamgee. Fucking powerhouse. Alright, so he's got one blocker. Which, if he didn't have that blocker, then he would just die. Fortunately, I feel like there was a good and ample reason to kill this Grist. Because it kept making blockers, it made at least 2 blockers, it killed a creature. You probably should have just polished that fucking thing off that first turn. That it was out there.
The Grist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's problematic.
I really think he should have done that.
Now he's at 4 and it's on the edge.
I mean, at this point, you may as well cast. What does he have in his grave?
Generous End, which makes a food, which gains him 3 life.
Yeah, which he might need. Landon wants to be on camera.
Did he win?
I don't know. If he won, he probably will be. Well, if he won, then we'll put him on
Why didn't he
camera.
just type it in the chat?
Right?
He messaged you.
He's an honest guy, that guy. He's going to be privy to sensitive information. Alright, Nate, what do you got? You're gonna slow roll here and just go 3, 3, and 3?
Shard of Agent Angel? Is he gonna cast a card?
Don't know what all Zach is gonna get back. Gonna be something.
And endurance. Well, Zach's preemptively doing it. Wait till he flips a living in.
Alright, there's Living End. Zach's getting back. Is that it? Okay, Zach's boned.
He's gonna top deck a Soul Spike.
Alright, so he's gonna get 1 food. Okay, yeah, that should do it. Gonna get a food.
I feel like that elephant card should have haste. I don't know, it just seems like a card that should have haste. It's red. It's an elephant.
There's Trample.
Trample and haste.
Alright, rocking the food token. Shardless. Alright, now these Tramplers will get this shit done.
And the Swamp Walker.
Yeah, and the Swamp Walk. This should be pretty well wrapped up here.
I don't know, he doesn't have 2 lands to use that food.
Yeah, I mean that would have been nice if he had, but
He could
Zach
get Soul Spike.
shouldn't have anything to make him lose that much life. He got this Cutthroat, but that doesn't really matter. I
Yeah,
have
if
a
it was
repeat.
Like a Blood Artist and a Viscerous here.
Have a repeat of last time. Because he's gonna be dead to the Trample.
I mean,
Those things both
he
give.
just has to attack with both Oliphants and Street Wraith and give
Yeah.
both the +2s to Street Wraith and he's dead no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, sacks his land somehow.
Alright, that should do it, I think.
Nate just has to turn his creature sideways and point things at a Street Wraith.
Sideways. Don't overthink it, Nate. Just get squishy with it.
I mean, he already knows how it works from the first game, so he knows.
Yeah, we've been through this before.
Bash.
We figured this
Oh,
out.
maybe he thinks it's a 9.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. Where's the triggers? Triggers.
He's sitting on a violent outburst, too.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, Zach's super dead. Super dead. No psych outlet. You're toast. He knows it. Alright, there we go. 2-0 for Nate Patterson. And we will be back momentarily with the second round.
Yeah, this elephant card took over.
Yeah, the Oliphant. Oliphant. Alright, stay tuned. We'll be back in a second, guys.
We'll see if Landon won.
Yeah. Yeah.